Hi guys, this is Rohit. So in this tutorial I am going to looking at tables in HTML. So there are several type of information that need to be displayed in a grid or a table in your website. So in order to represent the information in table, you need to think in terms of a grid made up of rows and columns. So now in this tutorial I am going to create this simple table with a caption here, the table caption student marks. Now I'm going to create this simple table in this tutorial. So if you observe this table, my table contains four rows. Those are this row, first row, and second row, third row, and fourth row. Means my table contains four rows. Now I'm going to create the table here. So the table in HTML is created by using a tag, that is table tag, table tag. Now my table is starts here and my table ends here. Now my table contains four rows here. Now I'm going to create the first row. My first row contains data as name, mathematics, and physics, means three data values, and my first row contains three data values. Now I'm going to create the first row. So the rows in table are created by using a tag, that is tr tag, that means table row. So I have created the row here. My row contains three data values. Those are name, mathematics, and physics. So three data values. Now I'm going to create those three data values. These data values are represented by a tag, that is td tag. td tag, that means table data. So now I'm giving the first data name as name, and the second data is mathematics. Now I have created a table, and my table contains four rows. From that four rows I have created one row, and the first row contains three data values. Those are name, mathematics, and physics. So save this and see this in browser. Yeah, perfect. Oh, I forgot to give a caption to my table. Now I will do that later. So now my table contains first row. Those are name, mathematics, and physics. Now go back to the text. Now I'm going to create the caption for my table. So in the table tag, I'm going to give caption. The tag name is caption. And the caption is student information. I'm going student info. Now if you see this in browser, now my table has a caption, that is student information. Now I'm going to create another row which contains uh, data values as Shakir, and his marks 80 in maths and 70 in physics. That means one name and two marks. So I'm going to create a table here. I'm copying this row. I'm creating second row which contains data values as Shakir, and marks in physics. These marks. Now save this and see this in browser. Now I have created the second row, that is Shakir, with the data value as Shakir and 80 marks in marks and 70 marks in physics. Now I have two more rows which contains data values as Harsha, 85, 79, and something like that. Yeah, I'm going to create. Now I'm copying this and pasting this for 2 times. Now I have created 3 rows. First row which contains name, Harsha, and now if you see this in browser, now I have created the table. So my if you see, my table contains a caption here, and the first row which contains the data values as name, mathematics, and physics, and the second row which contains data values as Shakir and marks in 80 and 70, and like that Harsha, Saran. So if you see, um, in the if you see this table, this contains a nice border. So if I want to create that border to the table, I'm using an attribute, that is border attribute. Border, I'm giving the value of border as 1. Now if you see this in browser, now see, now if you observe this table, this first row which contains the headings of the next 3 rows, that means these are looking like headings. If you see this text, it's looking like bold, but here these are not looking like that. That means these are headings of these columns. These are headings of this column, and this is heading of this column. So now what I'm going to do is, in the first row, so it is in first row, this is in first row, so I'm going to manipulate this first row with, see this, now first row, I'm going to give this td value as th value, that means table header. I'm going to edit all those. Th, that means table header. So if you save this and see this in browser, now our text is changed to table heading. So these are table heading. So let me recap one more time about this table. So now, uh, I wanna create this table in HTML. So if you see this in table, if you see this table contains a caption here, that is student information, and my table also contains 4 rows. This is first row, this is second row, this is third row, and fourth row. Now also in the first row, my table contains headings of these next rows. This is name, that means heading, name of the students, and max, it is subject of the student, max marks subject of the student, and physics, it is subject, and it is going to be the heading, and the first row includes only heading, and the next row includes, and the next 3 rows includes data, simple data which is related to headings. So now I want to create 4 rows first in HTML, and then in the first row I want to create I need to create uh, headings, table headings, and the next row includes table data, and third row includes table data, and fourth row includes table data. So now if you see this code here, I have created a table here. I have created a table. So my table contains a caption, table caption, that is, for that caption I have used a tag, that is caption tag. So I have given the caption as student information, and the next thing is my table contains 4 rows, and this is first row, this is second row, this is third row, and this is fourth row. In the first row, my table contains some headings. That is why I have created headings. Those headings are represented by th tag, which means table header, which means table header. So I have 3 headings in the first row. Those are name, mathematics, and physics. So in the second row, my table contains table data values. That those are Shakir and marks in mathematics and marks in physics. Those data values are represented by td tag. That means table data. So same as this second row, my third row and fourth row contains the same information. That means table data information. So in order to create this border here, if you see this black border, I have used an attribute to the table tag, that is border attribute border, and have given the value as 1. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. Hope you understand this table concept. Yeah, see you in the next tutorial.